Hi everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we uncover all the juicy secrets hidden in corporate filings. Today we're diving into PBF Energy's latest report, and let's just say there's a shake-up in the C-suite that might just change how this energy giant operates. And stick around because we'll be dissecting some key numbers that tell a bigger story about their financial health. Before we get into all that, if you love getting crunchy, no-nonsense insights directly from these official documents, make sure you subscribe. Also, join our Discord community linked in the description below. It's a great place to chat about these companies and share your own findings. Alright, let's break down this PBF Energy filing. At its core, this report is about some significant changes happening at the top levels of the company. Think of it like shuffling the deck of a very important game, and we want to see who's playing what part. So the first big piece of news is that Karen B. Davis, who's been the Senior Vice President, Chief Financial Officer and Chief Accounting Officer, is retiring. Her last day is September 30th, the company know. The good news for PBF Energy is that she's leaving on good terms. She said her retirement isn't because of any disagreements, which is always a positive sign when top leadership moves on. Now, with Ms. Davis stepping down from her executive roles, PBF Energy has already appointed her replacements. Starting October 1st, Joseph Marino is stepping up to become the Senior Vice President, Chief Financial Officer, and Stephen Andriola, who's currently the Controller, will take on the additional role of Chief Accounting Officer. So two key financial positions are getting new leaders. Let's talk a bit about these new leaders. Joseph Marino, who is 46 years old, has been with PBF Energy since 2011. He's been the treasurer since 2020 and has steadily climbed the finance ladder within the company, even serving as assistant controller before that. Before joining PBF, he was at Ernst & Young, a big accounting firm where he worked with all sorts of companies in the oil and gas sector and other industries. This shows he clearly has a solid background in finance and accounting in the energy world. His new role comes with an annual salary of $500,000, plus he'll be eligible for bonuses and stock awards and all the usual health and benefit plans at big industries. This shows he clearly has a solid background in finance and accounting in the energy world. His new role comes with an annual salary of $500,000, plus he'll be eligible for bonuses and stock awards. And all the usual health and benefit plans. It's a pretty standard package for a CFO role at a company this size. And Stephen Andriola, who is 42, has been the company's controller since July of last year, 2023. He joined PBF back in 2016 and has also moved up through the ranks, holding positions like Director of Financial Reporting and then Senior Director and Assistant Controller. Like Mr. Marino, he also has experience at Ernst & Young and another company called NRG Home Solar. He'll be earning a base salary of $325,000 a year, also eligible for bonuses and stock awards. But here's a really interesting twist. Even though Karen B. Davis is retiring from her executive financial roles, she's not leaving the company entirely. On the same day this announcement was made, August 18th, the board of directors approved her appointment as a non-independent director. This means she'll be joining the board effective October 1st. So while she's stepping away from the day-to-day financial operation, she'll still have a say in the company's overall strategy and governance. The filing mentions she'll receive compensation as a director, which typically includes a cash retainer and stock grants, and her existing agreement to protect her from certain legal liabilities will continue. This is a common move to retain valuable experience and ensure a smooth transition. As a director, which typically includes a cash retainer and stock grants, and her existing agreement to protect her from certain legal liabilities will continue. This is a common move to retain valuable experience and ensure a smooth transition. The company also put out a press release on August 19th, the day after these decisions were made, to announce these changes, so the market knew about this pretty quickly. Now let's talk about the exhibits. There are a couple of important documents attached here. The first is the employment agreement for Joseph Marino, which details his new role and compensation. The second is the press release, which is essentially a summary of everything we've just discussed about the leadership changes. This employment agreement gives us the fine print on Joseph Marino's new chapter with PBF Energy. It lays out his salary, like we mentioned, $500,000 annually, and it confirms his eligibility for incentive bonuses and stock awards, all subject to board approval. Plus, he'll get the standard benefits package. This contract is essentially the formal commitment to his new, more senior role. This press release is the official public announcement of the key personnel changes. It covers Karen Davis's retirement from her executive roles and her subsequent appointment to the board of directors, as well as Joseph Marino's promotion to Chief Financial Officer. Think of this as the company's public statement to shareholders and the market about these significant leadership transitions. So what does this all mean for PBF Energy? First off, the stable, non-disruptive transition of key financial roles is a good sign. Karen Davis has been a long-serving executive, and her continued involvement on the board means her experience and knowledge aren't lost to the company. This can be reassuring for investors who value institutional memory. Joseph Marino's promotion suggests a recognition of his internal growth and contributions. His background, particularly his time at Ernst & Young and his progression within PBF, indicates he's well prepared for the CFO role. Stephen Andriola's expanded responsibilities also point to a grooming process for future leadership. However, while this filing doesn't contain detailed financial tables to dissect here, the executive changes themselves signal a period of transition. The success of these appointments will ultimately depend on the performance of Marino and Andriola in their new roles and how effectively they navigate the company's financial landscape. PBF Energy operates in a very cyclical and competitive industry, so strong financial leadership is absolutely critical. One potential risk area, though not detailed in this particular filing, is how the company manages its debt and capital expenditures, especially given the volatility in the energy markets. Experienced financial leadership is key to navigating these complexities. The fact that Davis is moving to the board is a good signal for continuity, but the new CFO will have to prove their mettle in managing PBF's financial future. In conclusion, PBF Energy is undergoing a significant but seemingly well-managed leadership shift in its core financial functions. The continuation of Karen Davis's influence on the board, coupled with the promotion of established internal talent like Joseph Marino and Stephen Andriola, suggests a strategic effort to maintain stability while bringing in new leadership for the executive roles. We'll definitely be keeping an eye on how these changes play out in their future financial reports. Alright, that's our deep dive into PBF Energy's latest filing. What's your take on these leadership changes and their potential impact on the company? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more corporate expose. And don't forget to join our Discord community linked in the description to continue the conversation. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.